Hello, YouTubers! It has been quite a while since any uploads have been uploaded to this channel. Mostly because I couldn't really find anyone to do my videos for me. So I just decided to buy a little tripod stand and do my own videos. So if you see some weird, crazy camera angles, then, well, you know why. So I wanted to do these videos because I really wanted to start uploading more consistently to this channel. I wanted to start uploading lessons and tips and tricks, for everyone, and especially some Sean Lane, Eric Johnson type material. And so I also have a blog, and eventually at some point I hope to make it a membership website. But if you want to check that out, it is at onlineleadguitar.com. And the point of uploading these videos is to really, for me, just to get comfortable in front of the camera. Just to get comfortable with it, watching your every move and, picking up your every mistake. And eventually I will hire someone to actually do videos for me. And but just in the meantime, just wanted to get comfortable in front of the camera, and try not to mess up so much, and try to get better at explaining things to people, without having to edit and re-edit and things like that in a actual professional setting. So anyway, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be uploading a video for the next 90 days, and they will all feature different tips and guitar tricks and lessons. Like I said, Sean Lane material, Eric Johnson material, just basically anything to regarding lead guitar and tricks to help you improve in that area. And so my current rig right now is, as you can hopefully see if this angle is correct, is I have a Sean Lane signature guitar. It is a well, what I think is called a Vigier is actually, I think, how you pronounce it. But since I am a terrible American, I say strange things like Vigier. But anyway, as far as that goes, this is an excellent guitar. It has an extremely low action. The fretboard is actually completely flat, and from bottom to top is just extremely easy to play. The only strange thing that you may have to get used to if you were to consider this guitar is there is a bit of a difference when you do chords, like bar chords, for example. I can't really explain it, but the flat neck does kind of make it slightly harder to do certain types of chords, but certainly not impossible, and really not that much of a difference, but it is worth mentioning. And I'm not sure if I can give you much of an example of how this sounds, because the amp is pretty far back, and it's kind of late, so there's people and dogs and stuff sleeping, so not sure how well that's going to pick up. Probably not picking up very much. But anyway, what I think I'll do is I'll try to make these videos about 10 minutes or so in length, and I've kind of already added up the time. After about 90 or so videos, I think that's about 15 or 16 hours of content, which would be extremely good for my channel. The only content that's really on the channel right now is some extremely old videos one I did when I was, I think, actually 17, and it was my high school talent show. Um, I was using an old Digitech GNX3 back then, and had a Ibanez guitar, and that tone just sounded like a buzzsaw. Um, pretty rough tone, but and there's also another video on there of me just doing a random solo on someone else's guitar. That one turned out okay. I think that was back in like 2007. And there's one other video, I think it's actually in combination with my old talent show video, but it's one where I was actually in Honduras and I was actually playing somebody else's guitar. I think it was an Ibanez also actually, but I can't quite remember. The only thing that I do remember about that one is that he had some very, very thin strings on that guitar, so I was trying to bend up notes and they would just, go way out of tune, and I was like, oh man, this sucks. So you'll probably hear some of that on there also. But anyway, actually, let's see, what else is on the channel? There are some old, kind of old Sean Lane type pentatonic lessons where I'm demonstrating groups of 5. Let's see. Whoops. Sloppy. Sorry about that. But anyway, they're on there. They're not too old. They're about a year and a half old. But as far as that really old content goes, I thought about deleting it, just because it sounds absolutely hideous, to me especially. We're always our own worst critics, but I think I'm actually going to leave it because it will gives people an idea of how people improve as musicians. Just over time, especially as you get better and practice your instrument, you certainly improve. And listening to me back then and listening to some of the stuff that I've done now, on my some of my random recordings that I have sitting around, it's just completely different. It's almost like listening to a different person. But so I think I will leave those up there just so people can kind of see how musicians do improve. Because I think that a lot of people look at players like Steve Vai, Sean Lane, Eric Johnson, anybody, anyone from jazz to rock, Jimmy Bruno for the jazz, for example, and people kind of seem to get the idea that these players just kind of evolved overnight, and that's not the case. So anyway, I think I'll leave those up there just so people can kind of get an idea. But anyway, I think this is probably enough for an intro video. I'll probably try to make these videos about 10 minutes long, and we'll go from there. We'll see how many subscribers I get, and etc. And feel free to comment. On the videos, if I need to change my angle, I can do that. I usually don't have, help setting up the camera, so I just kind of wing it, and and these videos will probably be, I'll probably leave them up on the channel unless they just turn out to be absolute trash. Then I'll take them down. But anyway, like I said, this is just kind of a practice, just to get used to being in front of the camera. So thanks for watching, and feel free to subscribe if you have any questions or any kind of particular licks that you'd like to see. Let me know. Thank you.